Okay, hello everyone, and let's get started. So in today's video I would like to discuss what points you should pay attention to while choosing a programming course. So both on-site and online course. Which course would be useful for you and you will get some knowledge, and how to filter out courses which don't give anything to you, and that's just a waste of your time and money. So first thing, so you would like to take a course related to programming language. So it doesn't matter whether you are working now in a completely different area and would like to change your work, so you would like to learn a programming language, or you already know one and just would like to expand your knowledge and start learning another one. Okay, so nowadays we have a lot of courses available, so that would be hundreds most probably if we talk about on-site courses, so you can take in your city. And if we are talking about online courses, so if you just open Google and just type Java course online, you will get thousands of links. So which one to select? So in today's video I will give you some advice. So first of all, you should navigate to the website of the organization or person who offers you a course, and just look carefully at the website. So the impression of the website should be good. So for example, if you are going to take some web design related course, or HTML, CSS and so on, but the website of this organization is not that good, so for example they are using just a standard free template, most probably that's not what you want. So pay attention to description of the organization, when it was founded and so on. Also extremely important to read through carefully the outline of the course. So how many lectures you will have, so what would be the topic of each lecture, for how long it will last, so what you will learn after each of the lectures, whether you have homeworks and so on. So that's really important. So if the description is not that informative, most probably that's not the course you would like to take. Or if there is no description at all, or just a few sentences, the best Java course ever, and that's all, so that's also not good. So the first thing. So the next one, pay attention to instructor. So there should be mentioned a person who will lead this course. So there should be not only a name, but also a biography. So for how long he has been working in that area, what is his experience in relation to that programming language he is going to teach you, and so on. So that would be also good if you do some investigation and try to find that person in social media, for example, especially on LinkedIn, and just compare what is written on that course website against what is actually written in his profile on LinkedIn. Of course, both parts should match. Okay, so if you are talking about description of the course, would be good if you have a person who you can consult. So just show him that description and ask his opinion on that. But of course he should be experienced enough. So if you don't have such a person, you can ask someone in one of, for example, Facebook programming groups. What the thoughts of the community about that course. Also, by the way, try to find some feedback on that course on internet. But what you should actually keep in mind, that even if that course is really good, but all people are different, so there most probably will be some persons who still are not satisfied with that. Yeah, so if you find some negative feedback, it's also okay. Yeah, that would be quite suspicious if you find only positive feedback on a given course. Yeah, so maybe that's just fake feedbacks. Yeah, because as I said, all peoples are different. What like one person, another one doesn't like. Yeah, so it's normal that each of the courses will have some negative feedback. Next thing to consider, what is the balance between theory and practice. Yeah? So in each course there should be some theory and some practice. So if you find a course which states that it consists only out of practice, so you practice, you have only hands-on exercises, that's not good, believe me. Because if you focus only on practice, you don't have any theory, okay, you will get some hands-on experience and you will learn some basic things, but if you lack theory, then in the real life, then you will need to somehow apply your hands-on experience, maybe modify something. You will not be able to do that because you don't know the theory, you don't know how this actually works. The opposite example, if we extremely focus on theory, that means that we don't have hands-on experience, so we know how that works in theory, why it works, but we can't program that by ourselves. Yeah? So there should be a balance between theory and actually coding. Yeah? So based on my experience, as I'm a Java course instructor, and I have been working in that area for around 6 years. Based on my experience, I would say that the balance should be around 60 against 40, yeah, in favor of practice. Yeah. Another thing to consider, so whether there is a demo lecture. So it's quite popular now that the first lecture of the course is free of charge. Yeah, so you don't need to pay anything, you just attend that lecture, so you can make an impression whether you like that course or not, whether you like the instructor, the way how he teaches you, and so on. Yeah? So that is good if you have that demo session. And if you have someone who is quite experienced in programming, you can take that person with you as well, so he can evaluate from professional perspective whether this course is a good one or not. Also quite important thing to consider, whether you sign a contract with an organization which provides that course. So it's also very important, because if there is no contract at all, it means that from a legal perspective nothing connects you and your money with that organization. So at some point of time you can find out that the organization doesn't exist, instructor cannot be found, and so on. Yeah? So you just lose your money. So if you are talking about online courses, maybe in that case you don't need to sign a contract, especially if that course is led by a freelancer like myself. Yeah, but in that case you should pay attention who this person actually is. So you should investigate in details his or her social media profiles, for example, when they have been created, whether they have been created just 5 days before the course has been announced, or they exist for a couple of years, for example. Yeah, so how many posts, photos, and so on these profiles have. Yeah? So also try to find that person on LinkedIn. Because if there are no social media profiles for that person who is going to provide you that training, or they are just empty, nothing is there, so there is a very high risk that that's also fake as well. Yeah? And also quite good if you can pay for the given training or course by parts. Yeah? So for example, course lasts for 3 months and you will pay at the beginning of each month. So if at some point of time you don't like that course, you will just pay for 1 month. After 1 month you realize you don't like that course, okay, you quit. Yeah, so but you have paid only for 1 month, not for the whole course as such. That's another thing. And the last thing you should consider if you apply for a training, that the time you actually are on the training, it's only a small part of the time you should dedicate to learning process. So for example, if you have let's say 5 hours a week as the lectures, you will have at least twice more time you will need to spend going through lecture materials once again, doing your homeworks and so on. So just evaluate whether you have such amount of time or not. So if don't, probably you don't need to take that course, because course could be a perfect one, but if you don't have enough time to invest from your side to do homeworks and so on, so that's also just a waste of time and money. Okay, so that's actually all for today. I would like to discuss with you. So in the previous video, if you remember, we talked about how to choose a programming language. If you haven't watched it yet, the link should be on the top right corner right now. Also, don't forget to subscribe to that YouTube channel if you like it. So here you can find some useful videos related to big data topic, Java, and also programming as such. Also, don't forget to visit my website, available at blog.dataguru.guide, where you can find useful posts related to all the topics mentioned above. Also, each video on the channel should have a dedicated post on the website as well. So if you prefer reading rather than watching, then you are welcome. And that's all for today. Thanks to all for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.